I'd been working night shifts for years. There's something about the silence after midnight that makes time stretch thin, like the world itself is holding its breath. For me, that silence lived inside the Redwood Diner, a squat, silver building off Highway 9 that hadn't changed since the 60 seconds. We stayed open 24 hours. Truckers, drifters, insomniacs, they all passed through eventually. But after 2 a.m., it was just me, the hum of the neon sign, and the occasional whisper of the wind through the parking lot. I'd been covering extra shifts lately. The other night server, Jenny, had quit suddenly. Didn't even come in to pick up her last paycheck. She just texted one line to our manager, "Don't stay past 3." Everyone laughed about it. I didn't. Still, bills don't pay themselves. So I came in, just like always, a little before midnight. Apron on, coffee brewing, lights flickering like old ghosts above the counter. It was quiet at first. One old man sat by the window, stirring his soup long after it had gone cold. He didn't talk, just stared out into the parking lot. Every time I looked out there too, I could have sworn I saw someone standing near the edge of the lot, just where the light from the sign faded into the dark. When I went out to check, there was no one there. Around 1:30, a storm started rolling in. The wind pushed against the windows, making them rattle in their frames. I locked the front door company policy after one too many drunk wanderers tried to sleep in the booths. The rain came fast after that, blurring the highway into a ribbon of gray. That's when the bell over the door chimed, which shouldn't have been possible. I'd locked it. I looked up, and there was a man standing just inside the doorway. He was tall, soaking wet, clothes dark and heavy with rain. His face was hard to make out. The lights above him flickered, buzzing like a dying fly. He didn't say a word, just walked to the counter and sat down, leaving puddles on the stool. I hesitated before speaking. "Kitchen's about to close," I said. He didn't respond, just looked up at me slowly. His eyes didn't look right. They were too dark, like there weren't any whites, just these deep pools of black that swallowed the light. "You okay, sir?" I asked. He tilted his head, just slightly, and said, "Do you remember me?" I froze. His voice sounded wrong, layered, like two people talking at once. But the strange thing was, he did look familiar. Something about the shape of his jaw, the way his mouth curled when he said the words. I thought maybe he was a regular, one of the truckers who passed through at night. But no, that wasn't it. "I don't think so," I said. "You might be mistaking me for someone else." He smiled, or tried to. It didn't look like a human smile. "Everyone says that," he whispered. Then the lights went out. Just like that, everything went black. The hum of the fridge, the buzz of the neon, even the rain outside seemed to disappear. For a moment, it was total silence. Then a whisper right beside my ear, "Don't stay past 3." My breath caught. My heart felt like it stopped beating. When the lights flickered back on, the stool was empty. Just a wet spot on the counter and muddy footprints leading to the back hallway. I grabbed the phone. Dead line. Cell service, nothing. I should have left right then, but the rain outside had turned into a wall of noise, and something in me said I wouldn't make it to my car. So I stayed. I locked the kitchen door, sat by the counter, and tried not to look at the clock. 2:37 a.m. Every few minutes, I heard something moving in the storage room. Not footsteps, more like dragging. Slow, heavy, scraping along the tile. I kept telling myself it was the freezer fan, or the wind, or anything else. But then, from the corner of the diner, I heard it. Tap, 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 like fingers on glass. I turned. The old man who'd been staring out the window earlier was still sitting there. Only now his head was turned toward me, and he was smiling. "The storm's getting worse," I said, just to fill the silence. "You might want to," he interrupted. "It's not the storm you should be worried about." Then he turned back toward the window, and when I followed his gaze, I saw it. There was a figure standing out by the highway sign. Same dark clothes, same impossible stillness, but now there were others. Dozens of them, all lined up along the road, faces turned toward the diner. The rain didn't seem to touch them. I backed away. The bell over the door chimed again, but I hadn't moved. I hadn't unlocked it. The old man stood up, still smiling. "It's almost time," he said. Then he walked toward the kitchen door, disappearing into the shadows. I don't remember unlocking the office door, but somehow I ended up inside, shaking, clutching the phone. The second hand on the clock ticked louder and louder, like a heartbeat. 2:58, 2:59. Then, faintly, I heard the man's voice again from the hallway. You remember now, don't you? I didn't want to, but I did. 3 months ago, a man had come into the diner during a storm just like this. He'd sat at the counter, ordered coffee, and then, right before closing, he'd gone out to his car and shot himself. No note, no ID, just a receipt with my name on it. I'd been the one who served him. The phone crackled in my hand. For a moment, I thought the line had come back, but instead, I heard breathing. Slow, wet, then a whisper. Your turn. The power went out again. In the reflection of the window, I could see shapes moving through the diner shadows where no light remained. They drifted between booths, heads tilted, eyes hollow. I grabbed my keys and ran for the back door. It was unlocked. The rain had stopped. The air outside was completely still, like the world had paused. Behind me, the diner's neon sign flickered one last time before going dark. And in that faint, dying glow, I saw them all standing there. The man, the old customer, Jenny, even my own reflection, staring back at me from inside. Then I heard it again, the bell over the door chiming. I didn't look back. I just got in my car, turned the key, and drove. Didn't matter where, just away. But when I looked in the rearview mirror, the diner wasn't behind me anymore. Just endless highway and the faint outline of someone sitting in the back seat, smiling,